Hello and welcome back to Looking Up. I am here with YouTube and the podcast from Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So welcome guys, and let's get on to today's short sermon. This will be Changing Life Part 4, the last short sermon for this series, for the Changing Life series. And then I'm going to be putting up a trailer up on YouTube of the next short sermon I will be doing. And then for the podcast, for Spotify and Apple Podcasts, I will be doing a voice memos of what's going to be happening in the next series. So, you might be able to hear me talk about maybe different things, or who knows, just we'll find out together. But let's get on with this short sermon. So mostly sometimes I'll be scared to maybe tell God anything, because either what has good or what is bad that I've done, and it's not really good to be scared to tell anything about God. So mostly what you want to do is you don't be scared to tell God anything, pretty much. Don't be scared to tell God that you did this, or that tell God that you did something wrong or you messed up or anything. Just don't be afraid to tell him. And then when you tell God, you guys should be more successful than not telling him, because a lot of times, sometimes, not really sometimes, but a few years ago, I wouldn't really be telling God anything pretty much, because I was too scared to tell God anything that I have done in my life, and think that he's going to judge me, because I don't know, I was just really scared that that he's not going to trust me or anything. But yeah, the first point is tell God everything, no matter what the situation is. So no matter what the situation is, just tell God that, because even let's say you pretty much had a good day, tell God that you had a good day, and pretty much tell him what you have learned, what have you sacrificed, or whatever, what you have done, what you have to help, what have you done to help people and everything like that. Or if let's say if you did something bad, tell God that bad thing, and then say you'll try to make it better so that you won't be able to mess up again. And go into the word and be able to just help yourself be able to not do that again, because if you do that again, then it's well, you did it again. Because when early on, when I shared my testimony on the short sermon number 2, which I'll leave a card up here, when pretty much when I pretty much I was really sad, because mostly I would pretty much would do I don't really say sad, but I don't know, but mostly what we want to do, what I was doing is I was I would repeat it, doing the same thing over and over again a lot of times, and it's pretty much bad to do it over and over again. So that's what you want to do, is to be able to go into God's word and be able to do be able to make sure you don't do it again, and be able to pray and be able to not. Then when you're being afraid, that actually can limit what you do when you're afraid, because when you're afraid of doing a whole lot of things, then it's like, then you can't really do anything because you're just being afraid of that, like of that thing or whoever, or being afraid of someone that could limit of what you do in everyday life. And pretty much, God doesn't judge you on what you say. Pretty much, like no matter what you do, God doesn't even judge you. He will always like care for you and always like will be there for you. So you always don't want to like say like God judge you every day because of what you've done. No, because God doesn't even judge you. The second point is don't be afraid on what God will say to you. He will like respond on like if you're actually like praying to Him, be able to like worship Him and stuff. He will actually be able to like talk to you and be able to like tell you how to be able to be better. Because like you just don't be afraid to just talk to Him, and don't be afraid to like of like what He's gonna say, like that you've done something bad in your life. Like I've done a lot of things bad in my life, and God never judged me of that. He always He'll always speak to me saying like it's okay. You just read my word, and you can be able to get that into you and be able to not do it again. And then also like God is everywhere too. So no matter where you are, like if you're at school, you're at work, you're at a restaurant, or you're at home, or you're at church, God is everywhere. So if you've done something bad, let's say if at a public place, just pray no matter what, because God is everywhere. God is here. No matter what you need, He's here for you. And give God everything that you have, pretty much. So, like, just give God everything. Just like, don't pay attention to your phone. Don't be paying attention like to screens or to anything. Just be paying attention to God, and just put everything into Him, and just not be able to just like not do anything distractive. So, it was mostly like for me, I would like early on I wouldn't give everything to God, pretty much. I always would just like not like give everything, not be able to just like put anything towards God, really. I always just like be able to just like I'll be on my phone, I'll be like either texting or whatever. But now I actually pay attention in church and be able to actually like get God's word from it, and be able to actually like listen and be able to give everything to God. And like if you guys go in the folder, the iCloud folder, if you guys have an Apple device, which I'll put a link in the description, just click on that link. Scroll down until you see special links, like the heading of special links, and that'll be the iCloud folder. It'll say mainstream Orlando folder. Then you could be able to see my notes that I have been creating, see everything that I have there shared with everyone. So pretty much like if you see my notes, you'll see I've been like I'll be writing a lot, even on special events, which just passed a few days ago. Literally just like I literally like did everything. Like I literally just like wrote a lot. The third point is have God's word in mind than anything else. So pretty much just have God's word in your mind, not anything else. Don't be distracted. Don't like think like did my friend text back, or did my family text back, or anything. Should I call them, or whatever you think of like to try to block out God. Just have God's word, like read the Bible and get God's word in you, and be able to like actually like have God speak to you. Because if you have God speak to you, then you can actually be able to just give it all, your all, pretty much. Then you can be able to do everything. Be able to like actually like give God everything you have, pretty much. Having God's word in mind can help you change how you talk, pretty much. So like me having God's word in my mind, it's actually helped me like change how I talk and how I have my mind set up and everything, because mostly a lot of times I wouldn't have God's word in mind, so it'll change the way I talk, the way I think and everything. But now having God's word in mind, it's actually like keeping me like ahead, pretty much. Like God actually like spoke to me, actually showed me what's like in the future, pretty much. So I was like, wow, having God's word could actually like, help you with your life. Make sure you have an open mind on what's coming next, or what may be coming next, pretty much. So like pretty much have God's word in mind, and then make sure you have an open mind so that you can be able to like know what's coming up next. Because God will speak to you on what's going to be coming up next in your life. Like for me, God, I had an open mind in like fall renewal, and God literally changed my life pretty much. Like He changed the way everything. So I had an open mind. I wasn't thinking about anyone. I wasn't thinking about anything. I was literally just like, I actually had an open mind, and I actually had God's word in mind, because that's when like I went to the altar, and everyone like literally prayed for me, and literally just be able to just come in to you. And so I literally like, God literally spoke to me. He actually told me like what's coming next, how my life is going to change and everything. So I was like, wow, that's actually pretty cool that God actually spoke to me, and then He actually could speak to you too. So which is really cool. When you like actually have like a change in your life, pretty much, of like what you could be able to do and everything. So that would be all for today's sermon. If you have any questions, if you click in the link description below, you actually in that link, the social media links, if you click on one of them, you could be able to DM me on there and ask questions. Any questions that you have, you could be able to I'll answer them when I can. So yeah, so hope you guys have a fantastic day, or hope you guys had a great day today, everything. And I'll see you in the next one after this short sermon, which is pretty much now. You'll be seeing the trailer. It'll be in a different video, so just it will come up on like the next short sermon, which will be happening in like a few minutes. Peace.